Hello, hello, hello. As usual, and as every Wednesday, we have a Coach Radha to speak about very important topic. As usual. Hi, Radha.
Hi.
How are
How are
you?
you? We said at the same time. I am doing amazing. I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Thank
I'm
God.
grateful. I think we were having that conversation before
Yes.
we started recording about because you said how, having that, if you have that grateful heart, if you're grateful for everything, then you wake up every day feeling good,
Yeah. You feel
like
like
things.
good. You feel like in peace. No, nothing will bother you, even there is
Yeah. And
something.
even if something comes up, you can just connect to that space in your heart where it just automatically
Mm,
gives you that energy.
yes. What our topic today? What we will speak about?
Yeah, I thought because as I mentioned, I was like kind of going through because we've done this topic similar to it a few times, but I don't think we went really in detail. So manifestation, I think in January, we talked about it a little bit. But one of the things that I always do is I create like a vision. I mean, there's vision boards. If everyone can see, I have a vision board there. I've had that for years, but I keep changing it around. Um, but so I was looking it up, and then I know the one I did the year before, all of that has come true.
Yes.
So this one, I was looking at it, I'm like, you know what, let's talk about that because how important and what is the importance of it? Visualizations first,
Mm,
okay? And then vision board. Because if any, most people probably by now,
mm,
I've heard a lot of those personal development people out there saying, hey, you got to visualize it. Okay. But they don't know why. Because sometimes they'll just say, visualize it, create a vision board. But they don't explain the science behind it
yes.
or the biology, like what's happening to us, right?
Yes.
Why? Because, like, oh, I've had people say that. So you think that if I just visualize it, or I just think, oh, I can't think it. I can't think it in my mind. Like that's what they'll say.
Mm,
Or even, do you think I can just create a vision board and things will come true? Well, not really. Just creating a vision board is not going to come true, but it's the feeling that goes behind it. So that's what I want to explain. Okay. So again, a mind, subconscious is the one that's running in the background, 95% of it.
mm,
But just the 5% is us, me, you, like we're talking, the conscious side of us.
yes.
So the 95% it's recorder and it will only give you what it knows.
Yes. And what you want.
No, the subconscious won't give you what you want.
If you wire it,
Yeah, no. So then it's not subconscious, right? So
okay.
yeah, yeah. So if we're not in the
Mm,
present moment, we create what we want.
okay.
When we're not in the present moment, it goes back. So
To the past.
years, right? Years of memories. So it's
Yeah.
not gonna reach the current one. It will probably go and it will know relationships are about. Relationships suck,
Mm,
right? Because
yes.
if that's what you brought up as. That's what you witness and that's what you experience. We have to struggle to make money
Mm,
if that's what it knows.
mm,
Um, all sorts of stuff. You women in 50s, that's it. Your life is over. You don't look good, you don't feel good, you're done. No one's gonna like you. That's what actually goes on. That's what used to be said. 50 years menopause, that means a woman she doesn't have a life anymore, more or less. That's what usually was being said. And that's what people think because they think that's it. And then you age and you're not going to be attractive anymore. You don't have energy anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Like that's the story they used to be told because that's how you used to be.
I will be
Because when
50 this week.
wow, oh, really? But guess who's sitting in front of you? How old she is. So I'm here to prove everybody wrong, but that's not the topic we're talking about today. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, I had no idea. Holy there. No, but so that's not true. Miriam's like, uh-oh.
Want to speak about
That's
50
what
is in front of me.
that's what people used to, and that's what a lot of times women start to have anxiety. They start to have all sorts of things when they're about to hit 50. I've worked with so many women when they were going through so many things, and I'm like, oh, how old are you gonna be? And I'm like, I bet that's what's going in your head. Okay, body starts to change. You're gonna have hot flashes, blah, blah, blah. But that's the story but that's how reality used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, I've watched 50-year-olds like my mom and my sisters back that time. So I know. And women in front of me, like I used to be around women. I was in my 40s and women in their 50s, they were telling these sad, awful story. I'm like, oh, is that what I have to look forward to?
I don't feel anything bad about 50. Nee.
Actually, if anything, it is such a freedom. So
Yeah, I
it's a
feel
freedom.
more like,
Yeah.
relaxed, more
Yes.
in peace,
Yes.
more like relaxed. I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know
No,
why
it's
you make it very complicated. Maybe
yeah.
from
Yeah.
bad things they have been told.
Yeah, and it's because of physical reasons. So that's what so the women start to have that fear. That's it, right? Like you're just not considered anything. But I'm like that. No, we can have a conversation on that one day.
Yeah, yeah, one day after my
We will.
50.
That's what we're going to talk about. So
Next
going
week.
back, yeah, exactly. So what happens is you have to let your mind know and you have to feel in your body what you want if you haven't experienced it.
Yeah.
So let's start with the relationship. If you've never had a man who's respected you, cared for you, loved you, made you the priority, and that's what you're used to, that's all you're going to keep getting because you don't know how it feels to have someone do all of that. Okay. So with me, so I'm going to go a little bit of examples, what I used to do, started to, because relationship was out of the question for me. I was like, written off. I didn't want to go there anymore because it was too painful. Like I'm talking intimate relationships, right, with a partner. I was like, done, not going there. It's awful. You just keep attracting the similar kind of man, but not realizing why, right? So because of what I had watched, what I had experienced, and my fear kept bringing all of that.
Yeah.
So what I had to do is, so when you talked about rewiring, that's what I had to do. So I had to put myself into the state. And I'm gonna say I loved romance novels, and I always watch Hallmark movies like those romance Christmas movies and things like that.
Mm.
So I'd imagine that kind of relationship. And even though people said there's no such thing, so I would put myself, I would imagine, as a young girl, I grew up that way. But because people used to say there's no such thing, I didn't really believe it. So I started to imagine it and visualize it. I'm not going to go too much further telling you why. Say yes, it is possible. It is possible. Not me, a lot of people that I have watched who in the personal development, but you have to heal yourself. You have to heal yourself, meaning you have to let go of that story that you've been telling. So you have to visualize it, what you want. Like me, my body, when I went through a lot of stuff physically in 2018, I had to visualize how I wanted to be able to go back and climb those hills that I used to, be able to physically be fit again. I literally had to put myself there. That's how I healed my body because of what I had been through, right? All of it, all of it. I used to visualize this life that I had that flexibility. every single thing. I remember even that when I was work like crazy, I was taking care of my mom. But those Fridays, if I took a day off or something, like on my holidays, just to break it down, I would sit outside, I would have coffee, and I would imagine I was free. This was my home. It was like that vacation life I keep talking about. I used to imagine it, and my body would feel it, and then I would say the great gratitude. I'm so grateful, thankful I'm free. I have this beautiful home. My body is all healed. I look fabulous. I feel fabulous. I used to think it, feel it. And then at the same time, I used to create these vision boards with all of those things. Most of it is all relating to health. And I'm there.
Me too. Me too. I did the same.
Yeah. And
That's
it's
what I want
powerful
my
because
business.
you
Yes.
gotta think it and you have to feel it. And that's what visualizing is.
Yeah. Do you know when you feel it, you feel you are in the present moment. You
You're in
feel
the
it like
present moment.
right,
Like,
right now. For that
mhm.
reason, it's affect your
And
subconscious.
it releases all those hormones because
Yeah.
because I walk. One of my work is when I work with someone, what do? I get you to get your nervous system balanced. So I walk you through breathing technique. I get you to in that relaxed state. And then what do? I always say, imagine,
Yeah.
imagine so and so in front of you. Imagine you're here. Imagine everything's happened. Imagine you've reached a certain milestone. You know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
right? A certain rank. Imagine it. Feel it in your body. Then I would say, how when you probably said that to me, I can't remember. It's been a while, and others say, but I don't know because right now I'm feeling awful. I'm like, okay, so what are you wanting to feel? Forget about what you want to get. Yes, I wanted my body like this, but what was it that I wanted to feel? I wanted to feel energetic. I want to be able to move. I wanted to feel flexible.
Mm,
So it's the feeling. And then if I get that soulmate or whatever you want to call it, relationship, what is it? I wanted that freedom. I want that peace of ease, someone who's going to treat me like a queen. So I had to feel that. But then I started treating me that way.
mm.
Right? But what was the feeling I want? And you feel it in your body. You imagine it, you feel in the body. What about that job that you get such fulfillment with, or business, like with me, how I'm teaching now? And it's like awesome feeling. Like I don't even know how to describe it, right? And
Right.
coaching. So I used to feel all that. I did not know I was going to be at the college teaching.
Mm.
But it was like my whole thing was I wanted to contribute. I wanted to help people. I wanted to make a difference.
Yeah, because you have a mission and you focus on it and you imagine and
Yes.
yeah.
But it came out. I didn't even know. Another thing is letting go of the outcome. Don't worry how it's going to come. You have to just focus on the feeling. So the feelings are I want to feel at ease when my body is
Mm,
feeling good. I want to feel free. I want to feel loved. I want to feel all of those emotions. So you start to feel that in your body. So when you visualize it, I know a lot of people will say, well, I can't visualize it. Well, I'm going to make it simple. For example, if I say, just imagine that you are waking up in the morning and someone comes over, gives you that nice cup of coffee. You're sitting outside in this beautiful home of yours. Sun is shining on you. And you've taken care of yourself, you've gone and worked out and all of that. Your body's feeling amazing. You're feeling healthy, you're energized. And then either you go into your office and start to work. Imagine what you're doing. I even say to people, imagine you walking into an office and there's your name. Because I've actually helped a lot of people achieve their job that way. In the beginning, they go, there's no way I can get this, Radha. I have to go to school. I have to do this. I have to do. I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I would just say, where do you see where yourself wearing? To literally, you have to imagine what are you wearing.
Yeah.
How does your morning look like? And I would walk him through. And sometimes when they would wake up, they go, "Oh my God, I didn't notice myself in this building, and I'm going into this office." And so I would walk through the same way I walked you through with your business thing.
Yes, I agree.
Imagine you having all this team. Imagine you coaching.
Yeah.
Feel it. How does it feel? And the best part for me is when I would do that with you guys, is I would see your face just lit up.
Going.
I do that in school because part of the college, the curriculum is a similar thing. So I'd say to the students, okay, they go, well, I'm doing all of this, but I don't know if I get the right job and I'm going to go in the right facility and I'm not blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, just come back here. Just imagine you being in that place. What if you're not sure? They go, well, I've taken this, but I'm not sure if I want to go to school. I want to go into facility. I want to go in here. I'm like, okay, so just close your eyes and I would walk them through. And I said, just imagine, okay, you're waking up in the morning, you're getting dressed. What are you putting on? And they would tell me, because now all of a sudden their mind is quiet. It could see it. Okay, now are you going in a shelter or do you see yourself going to school working with kids? They're like, oh, I actually see myself going working with the kids. When they wake up, they're like, okay, I'm done. I've decided. Because and now all of that stuff comes to them.
Yes.
So again, I know I say this every time, what you think, actual chemical gets released in your body right away. Right away. That chemical is going to dictate the actions you take,
Yes.
and that action you take is going to dictate your reality. Period. That's how it works. So whatever you're thinking right away. Because when I was saying all that, do you feel anything in your body?
Yeah, I feel like calm down and happy and relax for sure.
So your body actually
React.
it
React.
released dopamine, it released oxytocin, it released serotonin, it released the motivation chemical, that's the dopamine, all of this stuff, bonding chemicals, oxytocin I've talked about. It releases all of this yummy, delicious. That's why I call it because they are all good hormones that's going to make you chemicals are going to make you take that proper action. But instead, if you start, so it goes both ways. You actually creating it, you actually visualizing it, by the way, you guys. Because you know what? When you say, well, I don't think this is going to happen because this has always been like this, and I always attract partners who are like rude and mean and da, 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 da. And guess what your body's releasing? Awful,
Yeah.
awful chemicals.
Hormone. Yes.
And that's what you're going to continue because you're going to feel in that energy, and what you feel is what you're going to get attracted to because you think this is all you deserve, because that's all you experience. So by visualizing, thinking it, closing your eyes, feeling in your body, now your mind thinks, whoa, because your mind and body is like, your body's like, this is your state. So now your mind and body thinks you've already lived it because
Yes.
it will only give you what it knows, guys, what
Yes.
is familiar with. So it thinks that you've already experienced that amazing partner in your life. It thinks that you've already experienced that great job because otherwise it's going to keep you from going to unknown.
Yes.
Because new thing is unknown, it's scary. It doesn't want you to go there.
Yes.
New relationships, new job, new business, anything new, it's going to try and keep you away. That mind, monkey mind, blah, blah, goes on. So if you think it, feel it, visualize and imagine you're there already,
You are already know what's
it's released it.
happened.
So it thinks you already been there.
Yes.
And then what you add to it is what I do. I'm so grateful for this amazing, beautiful job. And da, da, da. Like I would just repeat this thing over and
And
over.
over.
The addition to that is, of course, now we have Canva and things like that. We have online apps. So you take images of things that feels good to you. Okay. So for example, you want to create that relationship. Put images that makes brings joy into your heart, right? Images of partners together doing things, whatever it is. If it's a business, you put images. For example, you see someone leading, if that's what you want to do. So images of a person leading a team. I have image in one of them there. Like I've got a whole bunch of stuff, but I had few there back where it's like women sitting in a circle. So those like workshop kind of
Mm.
thing. I have the craziest one was I had this picture years ago when I first did vision board. So there's this woman sitting on a rock in the back. There's like a part rock but lake, right? So it's interesting. I had put that up. And then a few years back, the park that I usually go to, not by the water part, the beach, but there's another park that a few minutes from my house. So way back when I used to work from home, I remember like it didn't even hit me till so there's this rocks. Usually it's busy, so I wouldn't bother going. So I ended up going sitting on a rock and meditating, and this it's exactly
The same.
same, same scene as that picture. I think that was like 12, 13 years old when I did. I mean, yeah, that is image because when I created my first vision board, so I grabbed those pictures, the ones I wanted, put it in there. Of course, I put a new one in there. Wellness Center, 2025 year of Miss Reddy. So this was that was it. So work from home, happy, healthy, wealthy, hope and faith, even words. So even if you put words in there, right? So now you have that. So if you actually imagine it in your mind, feel it in your body, then you have something to look at. Even I have a wallpaper on my phone, so every time I open up my phone, there it is,
Mm.
right? Or have like calendar reminder and then have that image pop up in there. Any way for you to just see it. Now, your mind and your body thinks you've already living it. And that's how everything comes out. Because remember the year before, I put speaking event, everything that I put in there, all of those stuff had come true. So thinking it, visualizing best ways, you always want to relax yourself, taking slow breath, closing your eyes, imagining all of these things that you want, feel it in your body. And then if you create these vision boards or even wallpaper, and then just look at it. Because when you look at
Daily
it, all
basis.
of a sudden, hmm?
This is on daily basis. This is what I
Daily
did. I
basis.
put the vision board beside my bed. Every day I want to go to my bed or wake up
Get it.
from my bed. I look at my vision board and I say, I did it. I
Yeah.
will do it. I did it. I'm
Yeah.
there.
And feeling it. Exactly. But you know what? Now, do you remember when we were kids, we used to cut out pictures and stuff and put
Yes.
like as a young girl, the kind of man that you want, the house and cars and whatever, right? That's it. That's it. It's just now this has been called vision board and it's personal development. But that was it. But what did adults say to us? Stop dreaming. You think you're gonna get men like that? You think you're gonna get a house like that? You think you're gonna be that, right? Stop dreaming. So that's what happened. So I'm here to say, start dreaming.
No, I never stopped dreaming.
I always daydream, man. I was a daydreamer. I always used to,
Me
but
too.
I didn't, but I dreamt things that I shouldn't have. And those came true in my life. So you know what I mean? Because sometimes we don't realize what our worth is, our value is. So you only dream enough for your worthiness because that's what you felt. So first of all, feeling worthy and valuing yourself that you deserve the best. And then from there, you dream and you put your standards up. And this has nothing to do with us being better than anyone. I want to bring that up and say it. This is not no ego because that's a lot of people do that. You're not better than nobody. This is our birthright. We deserve to live the life we want to live. And if we're not living it, and it's not about even having all of those externally, but it's the feeling inside. Because when you do that, you feel good.
Yes.
End of the day, it's about you waking up and feeling amazing. End of the day, it's about you spreading that love around wherever you go, right? And that's what people get, because that's what I get. It's like in schools and stuff, like, what do you do? Like, you have this energy coming out of you. But it's all of those things that I do.
Yes.
I visualize it, I dream stuff, I feel that vacation life in my heart. And then the vacation comes true.
Two secret.
Maybe I'll connect with you from there and we'll just
Yes, yes, my favorite place. I will not say.
and we'll do a live.
Yeah,
Like,
why
I'll
not?
connect with you and we'll
Yeah, why not? It's a very nice place. I went there.
soon. But that's what it is. That's what it is. It's you have to let your mind know all the things that you want. You gotta feel it. Otherwise, you'll continue to have believe reality is. I mean, even me, man, everything that, even the things that have come in my life, I'm like, you created it. Deal with it. You created it. Deal with it. I don't get mad at myself anymore. Hey, I needed to learn lessons. I brought those situations in my life. I brought those people in my life because I need to learn. But, hey, I created it so I can creating new things. But even that, I thank everything that comes in my life because it's teaching me.
Yeah,
Right? So
you.
vision, daydream, visualize, create vision boards, and that's it's gonna come into reality.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's very important topic. Guys, keep dreaming. Okay? Keep dreaming. You can like achieve anything and get a success in your life without dreaming.
Yeah, and if you have kids, please don't stop them from dreaming. Because what's happening is we've come out from dreaming, we go into the phones and games and everything. Let your mind go wild wherever it wants to go. Because you will end up having whatever you want.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Radha. Thank you guys for watching us and have a great, great, great day. And see you next week.
Yes. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.